Good morning, April 24th. It's about 6:40. Been walking for about 15 minutes. Had a good sleep last night. Only went 4.3 miles. Took a little magnesium, so no cramps. Today will be a little longer, probably 10 to 12 miles. See how that goes. So next stop would be Third Gate Water Cache in about 7-ish miles. Second breakfast. And continue on a little bit. I think it was 47 degrees when I left camp. Don't have any layers on. It's about 5 minutes plus from the last campsite. Hi. Alright, next tenting spot, which I've stayed here once, Cowboy Camp 85.3. Bunch of tenting sites. Cowboy Camp somewhere in here on the right side of the trail. Maybe 15-20 minutes later, we're up on this kind of ridgy saddle campsite there. this is the first gate. So there are places around here to pitch. You say you're having trouble getting through these gates, lift up on it and then it'll swing nice and wide, unless it's really old and jammed. All right, coming up on this valley where there's all kinds of camp spots, tenting sites, and then the trail comes out of the valley and goes over there to the right on the lower part of the hill there. So I think that's about 8 miles from Scissors, ballparking it. Oh, here's the second gate. Let's see how easy this is to move. Oh yeah, it swings. Well, nice. There's a little campsite right next to the trail. We're very close to third gate. I'm guessing no, definitely within a half mile, if not less. Well, you're my first snake on trail, little garter snake. Yeah, pretty. Still waiting for that first rattler. All right, it's 88.6 in between second and third gate. A site there, a site here. Nice. All right, here's the splitter trail that goes back down to the highway. I've never taken it, but there it is. So again, probably within a half mile of third gate. All right, 10:45, third gate. Break time. Oh, it's farther than I thought from that splitter trail down to the highway. All right, here we go. Lots of camp spots. Back in the bushes there. Shade. Here's the splitter. Third gate water cache. One of the big three on the PCT. Looking good. Break time. Alright, so I believe this is the little splitter trail to the campsites over in there. I'm going to walk down and confirm that. Hope it is. So I'll get the mileage later. And I've walked down about 20 or 30 yards to the spot. that I used last time, which is right here. Yay! All right, we'll take a little tour of the whole site in a minute. All right, well, this is 94.4, and I'm walking from my campsite to more of an open area. Lots of little places, and just enough bush to protect from the westerly wind, which hasn't really come up too much today yet, although it's before 2 p.m., so maybe it'll increase. Anyway, the trail goes up to that sort of notch up there, that saddle, and then it starts down to Barrel Springs. Okay, what's this? Day 10 elapsed, and overall pretty good day. 12.8 miles from our dry camp. 4 miles plus outside of Scissors to our dry camp on a ridge north of Third Gate Water Cache, where I've stayed before. I'm in the same spot. So it came into Third Gate and stayed there an hour and a half, chatting, hydrating, eating, and took off up the Splitter Trail. When I got to the top, I managed to get about 5 minutes of hand cramps. So I worked through that. Took some magnesium. I'd already fixed a little electrolyte drink. So made it to camp without any further issues, where I proceeded to find shade. It wasn't hot, but it was definitely warm enough. And managed to eat some dinner, take some more magnesium. Haven't had any cramps since. And looking forward to getting some sleep here. There are a couple other people here at this dry camp spot, and I'll pick it up in the morning.